All right, everyone, get ready to trade those winter blues for some serious island vibes because today we're diving headfirst into the ultimate Boracay escape.
Boracay. Oh,
2 whole months in paradise? Just picture it, those pristine white sand beaches.
absolutely.
The kind that squeak under your feet and that water so clear you can practically see forever.
It's the kind of place where you can truly unwind, really
Right.
soak in those island vibes and maybe even forget what day of the week it is.
Exactly, and that's what this deep dive is all about. We're going to help you experience Boracay like a local while, discovering all those hidden gems and making memories that last way longer than your tan fades.
That's right. And don't worry about feeling overwhelmed. This little island is only about 4 square miles.
That's right, easy to explore. But trust me, there are enough nooks and crannies to keep you surprised for a full 2 months.
And you can relax knowing that Boracay takes its environment seriously. They had that big rehabilitation back in 2018.
That's right, so you can enjoy this paradise guilt-free.
Absolutely.
But okay, let's talk beaches. You can't mention Boracay without picturing those iconic stretches of white sand.
Absolutely. White Beach is the crown jewel. But here's the thing. White Beach is actually divided into 3 sections. We call them stations 1, 2, and 3.
All right.
Each with their own distinct personalities, so it's like choosing your own adventure, but for beach vibes.
Ooh, I love that beach vibe adventure. So break it down for me. What's the lowdown on each station?
All right, let's start with station 1. So picture this. You're sinking your toes into that powder soft sand, sipping a perfectly crafted cocktail as the sun dips below the horizon, and then maybe indulging in like a gourmet meal at an upscale beachfront restaurant. That's station 1 in a nutshell, pure luxury, breathtaking sunsets.
Sounds dreamy.
Yeah.
All right, what about station 2?
Station 2, that's where the action is. This is where you'll find the legendary D Mall, which is a bustling hub for shopping, restaurants, and nightlife.
Oh, so that's where I need to go if I'm in the mood for a little retail therapy or maybe want to try some authentic Filipino street food.
You got it. And when the sun goes down station 2, it really comes alive. Think fire dancers, live music, beach parties that last till dawn.
Okay, I'm getting some serious FOMO just hearing you describe this.
I know, right?
But what if I'm looking for something a little more laid back?
Yeah.
A little more off the beaten path?
Then station 3 is calling your name.
Okay.
This is where you'll find that chill, bohemian vibe. Those budget-friendly accommodations, live music spilling out of those cozy beachfront bars.
Oh, nice.
And a mix of friendly locals and fellow travelers.
So station 3, perfect for soaking up that local culture, enjoying some live music, and maybe even learning some fire dancing moves from the pros.
Exactly. It's like stepping into a different world, even though it's just a short stroll down White Beach.
Okay, so we've got the White Beach stations covered, but I have a feeling Boracay has even more beachy goodness up its sleeve.
Oh, you know it.
What about those hidden gems? The secret beaches that maybe only the locals know about.
Ah, you're speaking my language now. You can't spend 2 months in Boracay without discovering some of these secluded havens. So let's start with Puka Beach.
Yes.
Imagine pristine white sand dotted with beautiful shells.
Ooh, shells. Okay, now you're speaking my language.
So pristine that you might even find a rare puka shell to take home as a souvenir.
I love finding those little treasures.
Yeah.
What's the vibe like at Puka Beach?
Think tranquility, peace, and quiet.
Oh, I like that.
The perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of White Beach. You can stroll along the shore, soak up the sun, or just relax and listen to the gentle lapping of the waves.
Sounds like my kind of paradise. Any other secret beaches we should add to our list?
Absolutely. On the western side of the island, you'll find Iligan Beach.
Oh.
It's like stepping into a postcard, picture-perfect scenery, calm waters, just a handful of visitors, ideal for swimming, sunbathing, or enjoying a romantic picnic.
Okay, Iligan Beach, going straight to the top of my must-visit list. What about Tambisan Beach? I've heard whispers about its beauty.
Ugh, Tambisan Beach. It's a secluded haven on the southeastern side of the island, known for its stunning natural beauty and tranquil atmosphere. Imagine crystal clear waters teeming with marine life.
Okay, wait, hold on. Snorkeling and diving?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Right.
Before we dive into the underwater world, let's talk about those activities that get your heart racing. The ones that make you feel truly alive.
I knew you were going to say that Boracay isn't just about beaches and relaxation. It's an adventurer's playground.
Okay.
And if there's one adventure you can't miss, it's Ariel's Point.
Ariel's Point, I've heard legends about this place. Cliff jumping, right?
You heard right. Imagine standing atop a dramatic cliff, the wind whipping through your hair. the turquoise water beckoning you below.
Okay, you've officially got my heart racing, but I have to ask, what if I get to the top of that cliff and suddenly realize heights aren't my thing?
No worries, even if you don't take the plunge, Ariel's Point is worth the trip for the views alone. Breathtaking panoramas of the coastline, the islands scattered across the horizon, and the endless expanse of the ocean, it's truly a sight to behold.
Okay, that's reassuring,
Yeah.
but let's say I'm feeling brave and ready to take the leap. Any tips for a first-time cliff jumper?
Definitely, first of all, make sure to pre-book your trip to Ariel's Point because it's a popular spot, and trust me, you'll want to spend the whole day there soaking up the sun, enjoying the food and drinks, and working up the courage for that first jump. Oh, and pack some water shoes.
Okay.
The rocks can be a bit slippery.
Noted water shoes and courage. Packed now before we get too carried away with cliff jumping. I'm curious about those panoramic views you mentioned. Is Ariel's Point the only spot to soak in those breathtaking vistas?
Not at all. For a different perspective, head to Mount Lujo, the highest point on Boracay. It's a bit of a hike, but the reward is well worth it.
Okay, paint me a picture. What kind of view are we talking about?
Imagine standing atop Mount Lujo, the wind whipping around you, and seeing the entire island spread out below you like a lush green tapestry. You can see the white sand beaches, the turquoise waters, the surrounding islands, even the distant mountains of Panay. It's truly a 360-degree view of paradise.
Okay, I'm officially adding Mount Lujo to my itinerary, and I'm sensing a theme here. Boracay seems to be all about breathtaking views, whether you're leaping off a cliff or standing on a mountaintop.
You're absolutely right, but there's more to Boracay than just adrenaline-pumping adventures and panoramic views. It's also a place where you can reconnect with nature and find moments of tranquility. And for that, I recommend a visit to the Boracay Butterfly Garden.
A butterfly garden, now that sounds like a complete change of pace. What can I expect there?
Imagine stepping into a serene oasis filled with lush greenery, colorful flowers, and the gentle fluttering of butterfly wings. It's a world away from the bustling beaches, and a perfect place to relax, observe nature, and perhaps even capture some stunning photographs.
I can already picture myself strolling through the gardens surrounded by colorful butterflies.
So peaceful. Now, you mentioned something earlier about guided tours. Is that the best way to discover those hidden coves and beaches we talked about? It's definitely a great option. Guided Boracay Island tours take you to those secluded spots that are off the beaten path, the kind of places you wouldn't find on your own. You can explore hidden coves, swim in pristine lagoons, and discover beaches that feel like your own private paradise.
Okay, that sounds like a perfect way to spend a day, especially if it involves swimming in a private lagoon. But let's be honest, I can only handle so much relaxation and tranquility.
Right.
Eventually, I'm going to need some action, something to get my adrenaline pumping again.
I was wondering when you'd bring that up, and when it comes to adventure, Boracay's underwater world is an absolute must-see.
Okay, let's dive in. What are we talking about here? Snorkeling, scuba diving.
Both Boracay is a diver's paradise. The waters surrounding the island are teeming with vibrant coral reefs home to a dazzling array of marine life. You can spot everything from colorful tropical fish to graceful sea turtles, and maybe even a reef shark or two, if you're lucky.
Wow, reef sharks. Okay, now you're really speaking my language. But hold on, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's talk snorkeling. I'm picturing myself floating on the surface, gazing down at a kaleidoscope of colors, schools of fish darting around me. What are some must-visit snorkeling spots?
For beginners, the Coral Garden is a great place to start. It's shallow and calm, perfect for first-time snorkelers.
Okay.
You'll be amazed by the variety of coral and fish. You can see just a few feet below the surface.
Okay, Coral Garden check. What about something for more experienced snorkelers? Maybe a spot with a bit more excitement.
If you're looking for something a bit more adventurous, head to Crocodile Island. Don't worry, there are no actual crocodiles.
Okay.
It gets its name from the shape of the island, but the real draw here is the underwater world. You'll find vibrant coral reefs, steep drop-offs, and a chance to encounter some larger marine life like rays and even small sharks.
Crocodile Island, no crocodiles, but maybe some sharks. Okay. And what about scuba diving? What kind of underwater treasures can we discover in Boracay?
For experienced divers, Yapak is a must-visit. It boasts a diverse underwater landscape with walls, drop-offs, and swim-throughs.
Oh, wow.
It's a thrilling experience, and you might even spot some larger pelagic fish like tuna and barracuda.
Yapak sounds incredible.
Yeah.
I'm already picturing myself exploring those underwater canyons surrounded by schools of fish. But I have to admit, I'm a bit of a newbie when it comes to scuba diving. Any tips for first-timers?
Absolutely. Boracay has plenty of reputable dive shops that offer beginner courses. And don't worry, you don't need to be an expert to enjoy scuba diving. The instructors will guide you every step of the way, ensuring you have a safe and unforgettable experience.
That's great to hear. Okay, so we've got snorkeling and scuba diving covered. But what about those heart-pumping water sports? The ones that involve speed thrills and maybe a few splashes of water?
Oh, Boracay definitely has you covered there. If you crave an adrenaline rush, you can soar above the water while parasailing, taking in breathtaking views of the coastline.
Parasailing.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sold. Well, what's it like to get a good view of the island?
Imagine being lifted high above the water, the wind rushing through your hair, the sun warming your skin, and the entire island spread out below you like a giant map. It's an incredible feeling of freedom and a perspective you won't forget.
Okay, I had a parasailing to the top of my list. What about something a little closer to the water? I'm thinking jet skis, maybe some kiteboarding.
You got it, man. For those who want to get closer to the water, there's always jet skiing and kayaking. You can explore hidden coves, navigate through turquoise waters, or simply enjoy the thrill of the ride. And for the truly adventurous, Boracay is a renowned kiteboarding destination.
Kiteboarding? Okay, I'm not sure I'm quite ready for that level of adventure,
Yeah.
but I can definitely picture myself zipping across the waves on a jet ski. But hold on, before we get too carried away with all these daytime adventures, let's talk about something equally important, nightlife.
Yeah.
After a day of exploring, soaking up the sun, and getting our adrenaline fix, we're going to need a place to unwind, let loose, and maybe even show off some of those fire dancing moves we learned at Station 3.
Ah, yes. As the sun sets, Boracay transforms into a vibrant hub of energy. Remember those stations we talked about?
Yeah.
Well, each one takes on a whole new personality after dark.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Spill the tea. What's the vibe like at each station after dark?
Well, Station 1, with its sophisticated ambiance, becomes the place to be for those seeking a more refined evening. Think elegant lounges with live music, handcrafted cocktails, and a chance to mingle with a slightly more upscale crowd.
Sounds like my kind of place. What about Station 2? I can only imagine what happens when the heart of the action turns into a nightlife hotspot.
Get ready to dance. The night away Station 2 is where you'll find the legendary clubs like Epic and Cocomangas pumping out music until the early hours. It's the kind of place where you can let loose, meet people from all over the world, and create memories that'll last a lifetime.
Okay, you're speaking my language. Epic and Cocomangas. Those names sound familiar. Are those the ones with the crazy cocktails and the wild parties?
You got it. Epic is known for its high-energy atmosphere, attracting world-renowned DJs and a crowd that's ready to party. And Cocomangas, well, let's just say it's famous for its potent cocktails and its 15 shots challenge, but maybe save that for special occasion.
Noted. I'm all about a good party, but I'm not sure I'm brave enough for the 15 shots challenge. Maybe I'll stick to dancing and people watching. Now, what about Station 3? Does it lose its laid-back vibe after dark?
Not at all. Station 3 keeps it chill and relaxed even after dark. Think beachfront bars with live acoustic music bonfires on the sand and a friendly laid-back vibe. It's the perfect place to unwind with a cold drink under the stars, listen to some local musicians, and maybe even make some new friends.
Okay, I'm loving the variety here, from sophisticated lounges to high-energy clubs to chill beachfront bars. Boracay has something for everyone. But before we get too carried away with all the nightlife possibilities, let's talk about the most important part of any vacation.
Oh, yeah.
The food, after all, we're going to need to fuel up for all those adventures and late-night parties.
You're speaking my language now, and trust me, your taste buds are in for a treat in Boracay. This island offers an incredible culinary scene with everything from fresh seafood to authentic Filipino dishes and international cuisine to satisfy every craving.
Okay, you've officially got my attention. I'm already getting hungry just thinking about it. Let's start with the seafood. I'm picturing myself enjoying a plate of grilled fish freshly caught that day, with the sand between my toes and the sound of the waves crashing nearby. Pure bliss.
Oh, absolutely. Fresh seafood is a must-try in Boracay. You'll find it everywhere, from beachfront restaurants to local markets. You can choose your own fish or shellfish and have it cooked to your liking. It doesn't get much fresher than that.
Okay, I'm sold. Fresh seafood, beachfront, dining, what's not to love? But I'm also eager to try some authentic Filipino dishes. What are some must-tries?
Well, first up is halo. Halo, imagine this shaved ice topped with sweetened beans, fruits, leche flan, a scoop of yub ice cream, and sometimes even a sprinkle of crunchy cornflakes. It's the ultimate refreshing treat on a hot day and a true explosion of flavors and textures.
Okay, my mouth is watering already. What's ubi?
Ube is a purple yam that's popular in Filipino desserts. It has a naturally sweet, slightly nutty flavor and a vibrant purple color that makes any dessert visually stunning.
Ubi shaved ice, sweetened beans, fruits, leche flan. Wow, that's a lot of goodness in one bowl. Okay.
Okay.
Halo. Halo is officially at the top of my list. What else should I try?
You can't go wrong with adobo. It's a classic Filipino dish that's both savory and satisfying. It's typically made with pork or chicken, simmered in a sauce of vinegar soy sauce, garlic, and peppercorns, resulting in a rich, tangy, and incredibly flavorful dish.
Okay, Halo for dessert and adobo for dinner. My taste buds are already thanking me. But hold on. You mentioned something about oob ice cream earlier. Is oob a common ingredient in Filipino desserts?
Absolutely. You'll find oob in all sorts of desserts, from cakes and cookies to puddings and ice cream, but one dessert you absolutely have to try is ube halaya.
Ube halaya. Okay, I'm intrigued. What is it exactly?
It's a thick, creamy pudding made from oob coconut milk and sugar. It's rich, decadent, and incredibly satisfying, especially when served warm.
Okay, I need to try all these Filipino delicacies. Any recommendations for where to find the best Halo adobo and ube halaya?
For an authentic Halo experience, head to Halo-ish, a small stall on Station 3. They're known for their delicious and creative Halo variations. And for a taste of traditional Filipino cuisine, de Talipapa, a bustling wet market in Station 2, is the place to be. You can choose your own fresh seafood and have it cooked right there for you. It's a true culinary adventure.
Okay, that sounds like a foodie's dream come true. Fresh seafood, local markets, delicious desserts.
Borte is definitely calling my name. But hold on. Before we get too carried away with all the culinary delights, we need to talk about the practical side of things. After all, we're planning a 2-month escape here, so we need to figure out where we're going to lay our heads after all that eating, exploring, and adventuring.
You're absolutely right, and luckily Boracay has a wide range of accommodations to suit every taste and budget, from budget-friendly guest houses to luxurious resorts.
Okay, let's start with the luxury options. Paint me a picture of the ultimate Boracay splurge. What kind of luxury can I expect? Well, imagine waking up to the sound of waves gently lapping at the shore, stepping out onto your private balcony with panoramic ocean views, and spending your days lounging by an infinity pool or indulging in spa treatments. That's the reality at places like the Shangri-La Boracay Resort and Spa or Discovery Shores Boracay.
Okay, you had me at private balcony with panoramic ocean views.
Yeah.
Sign me up. But let's be realistic. I can't spend 2 months in a luxury resort. What about options for those of us who want a taste of luxury without breaking the bank?
There are plenty of fantastic choices. The Fairways and Blue Water Resort offers spacious villas with stunning views of the golf course and the Boracay Regency Beach Resort. And Spa is known for its beautiful beachfront location and excellent amenities, all at a more affordable price point.
Okay, so we have luxury covered. But what about the budget travelers out there? What are some good options for those of us who want to experience Boracay without spending a fortune?
Don't worry, there are plenty of great choices for travelers on a budget. The Microtel by Wyndham Boracay is a popular option, offering comfortable rooms and a convenient location near Station 1.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So no matter your budget, you can find the perfect place to call home in Boracay. But hold on, before we start packing our bags, we need to figure out how to actually get to this island paradise.
Sounds good. Let's talk logistics. You have 2 airport options for reaching Boracay Calabo International Airport, KLO, and Caticlan Airport, MPH.
Okay, 2 airports. What are the pros and cons of each?
Well, Calabo International Airport is usually the more affordable option, but it's further away from Boracay, about a 2-hour van and ferry ride. Caticlan Airport, on the other hand, is much closer, just a short 15-minute boat ride away, but flights tend to be more expensive.
Okay, so it's a trade-off between cost and convenience.
Uh-huh.
Got it. Now, let's say I land in Calabo. What happens next? Walk me through the process.
It's actually quite straightforward from Calabo. You'll typically take a pre-booked shuttle van to the Caticlan Jetty port, where you'll catch a ferry to Boracay. The entire process is usually seamless, and there are plenty of transport providers to choose from.
That sounds easy enough. And
Yeah.
any other essential travel tips for first-timers?
Definitely the best time to visit Boracay is during the dry season, which runs from December to May. You'll enjoy sunny skies and calm waters, perfect for all those beach activities. And speaking of activities, if you're planning on doing any diving or island hopping, it's a good idea to book those in advance, especially if you're traveling during peak season.
Makes sense. I wouldn't want to miss out on any of those adventures. Anything else I should know? Visas, currency, things like that.
For most nationalities, you can enter the Philippines visa-free for up to 30 days, but always double-check the specific requirements for your country before you travel. The local currency is the Philippine peso, and you can easily exchange money at the airport or in Boracay itself. You'll find ATMs all over the island, so accessing cash shouldn't be a problem.
Great. Any essential apps or websites we should know about?
For getting around, the Grab app is incredibly useful for taxis and ride-sharing services. It's like Uber. But for the Philippines and for staying connected, make sure to get a local SIM card with data. Smart and Globe are the main providers in the Philippines. You can easily pick one up at the airport or at any convenience store.
Perfect. I'm all about staying connected, especially when I'm traveling now. Before we move on to the next part of our Boracay deep dive,
Yeah.
let's talk about something crucial: responsible travel.
Yeah.
We've already touched on the fact that Boracay has made significant efforts to protect its environment. But what can we do as visitors to ensure we're minimizing our impact and preserving the beauty of this island paradise?
That's an excellent point. It's important to remember that Boracay's beauty is fragile, and we all have a role to play in protecting it. One of the most important things you can do is respect the single-use plastic ban. Bring your own reusable water bottle bags and straws to minimize your plastic consumption.
Okay, reusable water bottle bags and straws. Check. What else can we do to be responsible travelers?
Be mindful of your water and energy usage. Turn off lights and air conditioning when you leave your room and take shorter showers. Support local businesses whenever possible, whether you're buying souvenirs, dining at restaurants, or booking tours. Your choices can have a positive impact on the local community.
That's so important. It's all about being a respectful guest and giving back to the community. And speaking of respect, are there any local customs or traditions we should be aware of?
Filipinos are generally very warm and welcoming people. A simple magandang araw po, good day, or salamat po, thank you, will go a long way in showing respect and appreciation. Dress modestly when visiting religious sites, and be mindful of noise levels, especially in residential areas.
Great advice.
Yeah.
It's all about being a respectful and responsible traveler. Well, everyone, that wraps up part one of our Boracay deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground beaches, activities, food accommodations, and even responsible travel tips. But hold on tight, because we have 2 more exciting installments coming your way. Don't go anywhere.
See you soon. Welcome back, everyone. It's time to dive even deeper into the heart of Boracay.
That's right. Last time we covered a lot of ground, from that vibrant energy of White Beach and those legendary cliff jumps at Ariel's Point.
Oh, yeah.
To those tranquil shores of Puka Beach and the promise of fresh seafood and Halo.
And we only just scratched the surface. Spending 2 months in Boracay means, really getting to know the island's rhythm.
I like that.
So let's talk about getting around. You've got those picture-perfect beaches marked on your map.
Yeah.
But how do you actually get there?
Ah, yes. Transportation. The key to unlocking all those hidden gems.
Yeah.
What are our options?
Well, when in Boracay, do, as the locals do, hop on a tricycle.
Tricycles.
Yeah, these colorful motorized rickshaws.
Those open-air ones I've seen in pictures.
Yeah.
They look so fun.
They are. It's a breezy, fun, and affordable way to experience the island. Just hail one down, tell the driver where you're headed, and off you go.
Sounds simple enough, but any tips for navigating the tricycle scene? I'm imagining it can get a bit chaotic.
You're right, it can be a bit of an adventure.
Yeah.
Always agree on a price before you hop in, especially if you're a tourist, and it never hurts to have a map or like a navigation app handy.
Right.
Some drivers might not be familiar with every nook and cranny,
Good point.
especially those secluded beaches we talked about.
So tricycles for the main areas, but what about reaching those off-the-beaten-path spots?
Yeah.
The ones that maybe even some locals might not know about.
For those adventurous souls, renting a motorbike or a scooter is the way to go. It gives you that freedom to explore at your own pace, get lost down winding roads, and stumble upon those hidden coves we talked about.
Okay, a motorbike adventure through Boracay, now you're talking.
Right.
But I have to confess, I'm not exactly a seasoned rider.
Right.
Any tips for navigating the roads safely?
Absolutely. Safety first. Always wear a helmet, obviously, and be super mindful of the traffic, especially around the busier areas.
Yeah.
Boracay's roads can be a bit unpredictable,
Okay.
with some bumps and turns along the way, so take it slow, be cautious, and enjoy the ride.
Great advice. Safety gear on map in hand, ready to explore. Now, speaking of exploring, we touched on staying connected earlier, but let's dive a little deeper for a 2-month stay. I'm going to need more than just a quick Instagram update.
Right.
What are our options for staying connected in Boracay?
Don't worry, you won't be completely off the grid. Most hotels, restaurants, and cafes offer free Wi-Fi. Oh, so you can easily, stay connected with loved ones back home, share those envy-inducing vacation photos, or even catch up on work if you absolutely must.
That's a relief.
Yeah.
I can already picture myself sipping a mango shake on the beach, uploading those sunset pics, and making everyone back home jealous.
Oh.
But speaking of things that make people jealous, let's talk about Boracay's vibrant cultural scene.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not just there for the beaches and the cocktails. I want to experience the heart and soul of this island. What kind of cultural experiences await?
Boracay is steeped in rich Filipino culture and tradition, and one of the best ways to immerse yourself is by attending a local festival.
Festivals.
Yeah, imagine vibrant costumes, energetic dances,
Yeah.
music filling the air, and a sense of community that's just contagious.
I love a good celebration. What kind of festivals are we talking about? Give me the inside scoop.
Well, if you happen to be there in January, you can't miss the Atiatian Festival in Calabo. Just a short ferry ride from Boracay. It's a colorful celebration honoring the Santo Niño with tribal dances, elaborate costumes, and a rhythm that just gets into your soul.
Wow, that sounds incredible. A true cultural immersion. Any other festivals we should mark on our calendars?
For a completely different experience, the Holy Week processions in April are truly something to behold.
Okay.
They're deeply rooted in Catholic tradition, with solemn processions, life-size statues depicting the Passion of Christ, and a palpable sense of devotion in the air.
Okay, so we have vibrant festivals and solemn processions. Boracay really does offer a glimpse into the diversity of Filipino culture.
Exactly. And beyond festivals, you can connect with the local culture in other ways. Imagine yourself learning to cook those mouth-watering Filipino dishes we talked about.
Yeah, it's a cooking class.
Taking a cooking class isn't just about the food, it's about connecting with local chefs, learning family recipes and understanding the heart of Filipino cuisine.
That's such a great idea. I can already picture myself mastering the art of halo halo or perfecting that savory adobo. But let's switch gears for a moment. We've talked a lot about the excitement and the adventure of Boracay, but what about those moments of peace and quiet?
Yeah.
Are there any hidden gems for those seeking a more tranquil experience?
Boracay is full of surprises.
Right.
Beyond those bustling beaches and vibrant nightlife spots, you'll find pockets of tranquility and natural beauty.
Oh.
For a truly secluded escape head to Diniwid Beach, located on the northern tip of the island.
Diniwid Beach. Okay, that name is going straight onto my must-visit list. What's so special about it?
Imagine a hidden cove with pristine sands, crystal clear waters, and just a handful of visitors. It's a world away from the energy of White Beach, perfect for, unwinding, reconnecting with nature, and simply soaking in the serenity.
Okay, that sounds exactly like what I need after a few nights of partying at Station 2.
Yeah.
Any other tranquil escapes we should know about?
If you're a nature lover, you'll love the Mangrove Eco Park. Imagine walking along boardwalks and trails, surrounded by lush greenery, the sound of birdsong filling the air. It's a glimpse into Boracay's natural ecosystem and a reminder of the island's commitment to preserving its natural beauty.
Okay, I have to admit that's not something I would have thought of doing in Boracay. Mangrove forests are so fascinating. What kind of wildlife can you spot there?
You might see various bird species, crabs scuttling along the roots, mud skippers hopping between the branches, and if you're lucky, even monitor lizards. It's a reminder that even in a popular destination like Boracay, nature's never too far away.
That's amazing. It's incredible how Boracay offers such a diverse range of experiences, from vibrant nightlife to tranquil nature escapes. It's an island of contrast. But let's talk about something that's essential for any traveler, especially those planning a 2-month stay. Health and safety. What should we be aware of?
You're absolutely right. It's important to be prepared and take, the necessary precautions to ensure a safe and healthy trip, first and foremost. Make sure you have travel insurance that covers medical expenses, as healthcare costs can be high in the Philippines. It's also a good idea to consult your doctor about any necessary vaccinations or medications before you travel.
Travel insurance and vaccinations. Check and check. What else should we keep in mind?
Well, Boracay is a tropical island, so it's important to stay hydrated, especially during those hot, sunny days. Drink plenty of water throughout the day and avoid drinking tap water.
Yeah.
Stick to bottled water or boiled water for drinking and brushing your teeth. And of course, don't forget the sunscreen.
Noted, hydration and sun protection are key. Now, what about safety in general? Is Boracay a safe place for tourists?
Boracay is generally a safe island, but like any tourist destination, it's always wise to be cautious and aware of your surroundings.
Right.
Avoid walking alone in dark or deserted areas, especially at night, and keep your valuables safe. And as always, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is.
That's great advice. So stay hydrated, protect yourself from the sun, be aware of your surroundings, and trust your instincts now. Before we wrap up this part of our Boracay deep dive, I have to ask, are there any other hidden gems or insider tips you'd like to share with our listeners? Those little nuggets of wisdom that only a seasoned Boracay expert would know.
Well, one thing that often surprises visitors is how affordable Boracay can be. You can easily find delicious meals for just a few dollars.
Oh, wow.
And accommodations range from budget-friendly guest houses to those luxurious resorts we talked about, so you can indulge in all those amazing experiences without breaking the bank.
That's music to my ears. Affordable indulgences are my favorite kind.
Exactly. And here's another insider tip. Don't be afraid to venture beyond the tourist hotspots. Explore those local neighborhoods, chat with the friendly locals, maybe even try your hand at speaking a few Tagalog phrases. It's all about embracing the authentic Boracay experience.
I love that it's about going beyond the surface and truly connecting with the island and its people.
Precisely, and lastly, remember that Boracay is a place to relax, unwind, and embrace the island's laid-back vibe. Yeah. Things might move at a slower pace here.
Okay.
And that's perfectly okay. Be patient, go with the flow, and savor every moment.
Well said. All right, everyone, that wraps up part 2 of our Boracay deep dive. We've uncovered even more hidden gems, explored the island's cultural heart, and even touched on some practical tips for staying safe and healthy. But there's still more to discover. We'll be back soon for the final part of our Boracay adventure, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back, fellow adventurers. We're about to wrap up our epic Boracay deep dive. But hold on tight, because we've saved some of the best insider tips and hidden gems for last.
That's right. We've explored the beaches, the adventures, the food, even how to get around and stay safe. But remember, we're talking about a 2-month escape.
Right.
That's enough time to, go beyond the typical tourist experience and truly discover what makes Boracay so special.
Exactly. Some of those unique experiences, the ones that'll make this trip unforgettable and have everyone back home asking, how did you find that? So where do we begin our final Boracay adventure?
Well, you've got the luxury of time, so why not dive deeper into the local scene? There's a whole world beyond the tourist hotspots just waiting to be discovered.
Ooh, I love that idea. Give me those local secrets. What are we talking about here?
Instead of just sticking to the beaches, rent a bicycle and explore the island's interior.
Okay.
Cycle past rice paddies, local villages, hidden waterfalls. It's a completely different side of Boracay.
A bicycle tour through the heart of Boracay. Okay, now that's an adventure I can get behind. I'm picturing myself cycling through those lush green rice paddies, the sun on my face, the wind in my hair, discovering those hidden waterfalls. It sounds so peaceful and authentic.
Exactly, and it's a fantastic way to connect with the local community. You'll encounter friendly smiles, maybe even get invited to share a meal or learn a few Tagalog phrases.
Speaking of connecting with locals, I've heard Filipinos are known for their warm hospitality. Any tips for making the most of those interactions?
Filipinos are incredibly welcoming and always happy to share their culture. Even a few basic Tagalog phrases like magandang araw po, good day, or salamat po, thank you, will go a long way.
Okay, magandang araw po and salamat po. Got it. I'm definitely going to practice those. Now let's switch gears for a moment and talk about something that's essential for any 2-month trip shopping. What kind of treasures can we expect to find in Boracay?
Boracay is a shopper's paradise, offering everything from local handicrafts to designer boutiques. For those one-of-a-kind souvenirs, head to the mall in Station 2. You'll find stalls overflowing with woven bags, hand-painted sarongs, intricate shell jewelry, wood carvings. It's a treasure trove of unique finds.
I can already picture myself haggling for those perfect souvenirs, finding those hidden gems that'll remind me of my Boracay adventures long after I'm back home. But what if I'm in the mood for something a little more upscale, a bit more luxurious?
If you're looking for designer labels and that high-end shopping experience, Station 1 is your go-to spot. You'll find boutiques offering everything from resort wear and swimwear to jewelry and accessories.
Perfect. So from local markets to designer boutiques. Boracay has something for every taste and budget. But let's be honest, 2 months in paradise is about more than just shopping and sightseeing. It's also about taking care of yourself, recharging those batteries, and indulging in some serious relaxation.
You're absolutely right. And when it comes to relaxation and rejuvenation, Boracay has a secret weapon. The traditional Filipino highlight massage.
A highlight massage?
Okay.
I'm intrigued. What is it and why is it so special?
Highlight is a traditional Filipino healing massage technique that's been practiced for centuries. It combines gentle massage strokes, acupressure, and the use of warm banana leaves to relieve muscle tension, improve circulation, and promote a sense of well-being. It's not just a massage, it's a holistic healing experience.
Wow, that sounds incredible. It's like a journey into ancient healing traditions. Where can I find an authentic highlight massage?
Many spas and wellness centers offer highlight massages, but for a truly authentic experience, I recommend seeking out a local mangialat, a traditional healer who specializes in this ancient technique.
Okay, I'm adding find the mangulat to my Boracay bucket list. But hold on. Before I drift off into a state of blissful relaxation, let's talk about staying active. 2 months is a long time to indulge in all that delicious food and those tempting cocktails.
Yeah.
How can we make sure we're staying healthy and active during our Boracay escape?
Well, besides swimming, snorkeling, and all those water sports we talked about, there are plenty of other ways to keep moving. Why not start your day with yoga on the beach?
Yoga with an ocean view. Okay, that sounds amazing. I'm already feeling more zen just thinking about it. What about something a bit more adventurous?
If you're up for a challenge, try stand-up paddleboarding or kayaking. It's a fun way to explore the coastline, get a full-body workout, and enjoy those incredible ocean views.
Okay, yoga for those peaceful mornings and paddleboarding for some afternoon adventure. Got it. Now, as we wrap up our Boracay deep dive, I have to ask, what's your final piece of advice for those lucky listeners who are about to embark on this 2-month adventure?
Embrace the slow pace of island life. Don't try to cram too much into your itinerary. Allow yourself time to relax, explore, and simply be present in this beautiful paradise. Some of the best memories are made when you least expect them.
So true. And remember, Boracay is more than just a destination. It's a feeling. It's that feeling of warm sand between your toes, the sun on your skin, the taste of salty air on your lips, the sound of waves crashing gently on the shore. It's a feeling that stays with you long after you've left.
Beautifully put. Boracay captures your heart and leaves you longing to return, so go forth, adventurers, and discover the magic of Boracay for yourselves.
And that, my friends, concludes our epic Boracay deep dive.